Alright, so in today's video we're watching a Plat Cass who says their tank was saying that their Mercy should have been healing them and not pocketing the Cassidy. That it's on the Cassidy getting pocketed and the Rhine or whatever tank they have not being healed. Let's find out. Also, the Cassidy thinks they got counter swapped because the other tank went Diva. Let's find out. This is also Plat 5.
Thanks, Doc.
Alright, the tank also has a BAP support. So, like, so far, a Mercy damage boost and a Cass, and a BAP healing and Orisa. This is a perfectly fine combination. Straight up. That was quite the hinder right there. Alright, nice shot. Everything seems fine. The Orisa just ran at their team. There's a BAP there. Everything's fine. Mercy's even healing the Orisa. The Mercy just literally went and healed the Orisa. Nice shot. But keep in mind, this is an early game. So far, so good. So far, so good. Like, the way that this comp, in theory, would work, chat, okay? Keep in mind, we're theorizing this one. It can be played differently. Is you have a Mercy who can damage boost and keep alive the DPS of Cassidy and Bastion, and a BAP who can easily keep an Orisa alive. Now, how will the Orisa fall over? Bad position. Oh, what a hinder. Oh, that was just two quality hinders. And so far, you haven't even really been getting pocketed by the Mercy. Like, I mean, like, a ton. Like, right now, I am watching a Mercy try to heal the Orisa in the middle of the open. So, like, right now, I'm not seeing what was being discussed there. It doesn't seem like the Mercy isn't healing everybody else. So it's a little bit interesting what we're seeing, but nice shot.
I'm really feeling the heat.
What rank is this? This is Plat. This is Plat. Let me look at the Orisa for a second. Everything's fine. I mean, they're just on the cart. They're going to take a good amount of damage. It's PC. Nice shot. But where are you getting damage boosted at for the majority of the game? Am I not seeing this? Oh, I can't wait for this hinder. Oh, what a hinder! And now Mercy's there because they had to. Good sleep. That saved the other teammate. Alright, the Orisa has no supports now. They need to back up to the health pack.
I'm really feeling the heat.
I'm gonna be real with you. I would let the Orisa get that health pack for a second. Only because I think that they'll be able to survive that a little bit more. I mean, you're getting res, so it all worked out. But I would say that, so. He says you like to do that in that situation because it's harder to sleep while falling. That's not a bad idea. I think the only issue you run into that is if you fall down into like a rock or like you're right in front of the team. But yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You have the damage reduction, you have like all that, so it's not a bad play. That can definitely work. I'm still getting confused though, because you had mentioned that the tank was mad that you were getting damage boosted the whole time, but like you're not really getting damage boosted the whole time. You're getting damage boosted, but the majority of the time the Mercy's going back and healing the Orisa and healing like the other team, or healing your teammates. Yeah, I need more right-click Randy, I agree. Nice shot. I mean, the Orisa's HP's been fine. Like, I guess I don't see it yet, but there's a lot of game. Oh yeah, the Mercy was pocketing the heck out of you right there. I'm still confused as to what, like, this was. First of all, chat. First of all, you said the Mercy just dipped right there? Well, yeah, look at that. Look at that Battle Mercy gameplay right there, okay? Okay? Yeah. And by the way, I'm just checking kind of to see if the Orisa's getting healed by Mercy. The Orisa's absolutely getting healed by Mercy. You see what this Orisa is right now? They're gonna fall over. If they think they're getting heals at that point, it ain't happening. They're out of position, they got purpled, and there's 2 ultimates going on. So, the only thing I can think of what's happening is that Orisa, when they have, like, when they get rolled in any situation, they'll see the Mercy, like, damage boosting somebody and automatically think that's why they fell over, when in reality, they just seem to be out of position. Not bad. I mean, I guess I just don't see it. You're playing fairly well. You're not getting damage boosted the whole game. The Mercy's been doing a good job of, like, balancing both the heals and the damage boost. The Orisa's fine right now. They're just in the middle of the open. They have a javelin. Like, I'm gonna watch from the Mercy's point of view here, too, just to see for this situation. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, the Mercy's playing well. But I watched that. I don't see where the tank is mad that, like, they weren't getting healed by the Mercy. I guess
this stream isn't bad.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm a little bit confused by with this one, right? Plenty of time left in this game, though, so, like, my guess is what happens is that your team starts to have a bad defense, and this is where we might actually see that. But for the first, like, 8 minutes or so, wasn't that bad at all. No, the tank was mad that the Mercy was talking to the cast. Like, they said they were damage boosting the cast the whole time, and they weren't getting healed. From what I understand. Which we can already confirm that it has not been full damage boosting the cast. There's been damage boost, but it has not been consistent damage boost. Chat, is it me, or would you heal that 18 HP that cast needs right now? I just saw that. I'm just like, ugh. I just see that. I'm like, ugh. Okay, so I can already see what's gonna happen here, by the way, chat. I have a feeling I know where this starts, okay? I want to show you something. I have a feeling I know where this starts at, okay? Yep. Their Orisa goes into the team, runs in aggressively. Okay? Goes in, has no cooldown speeds. The Orisa is then gonna see the Mercy damage boosting the cast and go, why aren't you healing me? So what happened there, though, is the question. Are you ready? The cast was not getting damage boosted. The BAP died. The Orisa didn't like worry about the BAP dying there. Ran into their team. The Mercy res the BAP, and then you see the Mercy damage boosting the cast because they just finished resing the BAP. And that's what happened. But from the Orisa's point of view, they just see the cast damage getting damage boosted by Mercy. And that's what you're seeing. Oregas is flat. Good luck to the Mercy here, by the way. Also, the cast said that they think that the D.Va did an ego swap for the cast. I think this is more of an overall good pick for the D.Va if everything else isn't working. Keep in mind, your team is running a BAP, an Orisa, a Junkrat, and a cast. If the other tank doesn't want to play Orisa, D.Va's a good option. So I wouldn't really call that like an ego swap to go D.Va to stop you. I think it's more on the lines of they just wanted to go into a comp that works a little bit better for the team comp that you're running. That's what I said. It was like an ego swap. Like, I don't think that was the case. I think it was... I mean, I'm not saying the cast isn't playing well. Keep that in mind, right? All right, now, Gavin, you're saying you would drop down right there? Me, thanks for the 16 months. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Haven't seen it? Well, I hope when you do see you, enjoy it.
Haven't seen Overwatch 2 yet. Been a while. Hope you're enjoying it.
With no targets, no? That's fair. But against the Yana in the open? Fair enough. Okay, I respect it. Yeah, like right now, just to point out, chat, the reason why we're gonna watch this Mercy's escape over here. All right, it's not going well. The reason why the Orisa falls over is generally just because the BAP dies. Whenever the BAP dies, the Orisa will fall over, and they're expecting the Mercy to go like go for the heals, but the smarter choice most of the time will be to get the BAP a lot. Get the BAP up and have the Orisa fall back and use those cooldowns efficiently. You know what I mean? I don't know if that would go well.
You don't know when to quit. Thanks, Doc.
As much as I would love to record one of those, I could already see how that would go, just in general. Mercy's resin. Orisa's in the middle of the open. I'm just watching position in here. Mercy's healing the Orisa after taking a bunch of damage. The cast falls over during the high noon. Mercy's probably gonna Valk if they have to. Mercy's playing well, actually. Mercy's healing the Orisa. I'm not seeing it. Orisa goes in for a good ultimate. Like, am I missing something? I really think it comes down to anytime the Orisa died, they would see the Mercy damage boosting somebody and automatically think the only reason why they fell over was because the Mercy was damage boosting somebody. But most of the time, the Mercy's damage boosting somebody there is because the Orisa was already going to fall over to begin with, and it was better not to go in and feed with the Orisa and play back with the team. Damn. Thanks for the 19 months of tier 1. Thank you, appreciate it. Or the tier 2. Thank you for the tier 2 for 19 months. Appreciate it. That's what it seems like to me. Hold their supports down, they're going to fall over. Yeah, that's what it feels like. The D.Va's getting good ultimate. That's what I mean. Like, that's why I also think the D.Va didn't swap just because of the cast. I think they swapped because it would have been a good team comp choice. We're watching. Keep in mind, the Orisa's getting healed on the point right now. I want to point that out. Do you see who's healing the Orisa? Okay, now the Mercy flies away here. Yep, I know what's happening. Okay, so chat, you're wondering, you're going, why didn't the Mercy heal the Orisa there? Why didn't the Mercy heal the Orisa? What was the problem? Why did that not happen? I'll explain what happened. They can't. There's a soldier sprinting down the middle, ulted. So they had to fall back and try to keep the teammates alive on the side while the Orisa sat in the middle. There was no way the Mercy would be able to heal the Orisa there, which is why like it comes down to the Orisa's position and more than anything else in this situation. Which it's been very interesting to see because. If that is what they were talking about, like we're seeing what happened. We're seeing what's happening. Definitely interesting. Here we go. I can discuss this comment in the chat here for you. You feel like Mercy should prioritize the tank while the other support maintains the DPS. In most situations, it's going to be the opposite. Almost the exact opposite. Because, like, Mercy has the ability to get somebody healed up and, like, damage boosted fairly fast. Mercy will not be able to sit there and just pocket the Orisa the whole time. The BAP will run into issues where the BAP will have to be a lot more accurate on, like, the heroes themselves. So if a cast is over here flanking, imagine trying to see a BAP try to heal him. So the BAP, who's a really good, like, tank support, can sit here and keep the Orisa alive the whole time, whether that's through utility, whether that's through, like, damage, whether that's through a window, whether that's just the heals, the burst heals. And the Mercy is really good at being able to use the mobility to go around and then assist with tank healing if need be. If it's the other way around, this Orisa would probably be back in spawn even more so, in my opinion. I think this Orisa would be back in spawn even more so, and so would the Mercy, because the way the Orisa plays is way too aggressive sometimes. And not aggressive as in, like, they're just diving this soldier, but, like, when they have their cooldowns, they end up in, like, the middle of the open, and then try to back up after, right? You want to be in a spot where you can back up right away, see? When you have no cooldowns. Not use all your cooldowns and go, okay, I have no cooldowns, let me back up, because you have a long distance to back up. Do you see what I'm saying? So, like, that's why you would want to have the Mercy more focused on healing the DPS and damage boosting the DPS, And then the BAP keeping the Orisa alive. Truthfully, most of the time I fall over on tank. And keep in mind, not all the time. There'll be times where I won't get like a heal here or there. I generally recognize it's my position and as to why I fall over. Or my cooldown usage. Because like I'm just taking most of the damage, so I have to play in like advantageous spots. So then you don't play Mercy or a DPS Jericho. Well, I mean, that's a little bit different, so. Making a bit too much noise here, by the way, Cass. I want to point that out. So just be careful this. You're in overtime slot. All right, listen. I know we've been talking about, like, the storyline of, like, what's going on here. But, like, that was the equivalent of, like, a T-Rex trying to sneak up on this Honor and Soldier. Like, that was the equivalent of a T-Rex just, like, trying to run up the stairs. Like, full sprint. They can hear you from a mile away. Listen, you go for this play with 5 minutes on second point, okay, I'll be like, not a good play, not ideal. You do this in overtime, certainly not ideal.
I'm on fire.
That's 2 picks. This high noon actually might be clutch. Or they're going to fall over, one of the two. Ah! Well, chat, listen. I don't know if you would have won the team fight, but you know what time it is. They could have touched the point. I should have lined it up with the video? I mean, maybe one day I will. That requires me to go back there and time it, and I'm just... All right, here we go! Can you win this? We'll find out. We have a Reinhardt now. That's interesting. Are they going to play close? Oh, what a hinder and a half. Yeah, so what's your vision there? I have to admit, your position in this like overtime scenario, or like, it has been interesting. At a certain point, you have to recognize that playing right-click Randy in front of a diva is not going to work there, and that you can back up and do that same exact thing, but not right in front of their face. Let's see who wins this. It's coming down to the last team fight, which is interesting. Reinhardt just standing on the point, holding shield up. I think that Ryan should play back. That Ryan's playing a bit too aggro. That Ryan is... that Ryan is playing aggressive. Only Stairs, thanks for the gift of stuff. Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you. Ah, there's no way. They all got off the point! They could have easily touched the point. Wow, what an ending to that game. You didn't expect the double get off the point on both sides. On both sides. What a game. All right, let's talk about something very quickly right here. 1, your positioning sometimes was not ideal. Remember that you make a lot of noise? There was a couple times in this overtime or in this like second half of like these rounds where you actually put your team in a tough spot. You need to like focus on that and clean that up. Second of all, you said the D.Va ego swap for you. Nope, I think it was just a good swap by D.Va against what you were running in general as a team. 3, the Mercy said that, I mean, the tank said the Mercy was damage boosting you the whole time and not healing the Rhine enough, or the Orisa. That wasn't the case at all. The Mercy actually played fairly well. I don't think that was on the Mercy at all. It was generally the Rhine was out of position or the Bap had died. That had nothing to do with the Mercy, and you weren't getting damage boosted. Like, you were getting damage boosted, but not a ton in comparison to what, like, it seemed like it could have been. So, yeah, I don't think that was the case at all. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. Sub to all 3 YouTubes if you haven't. A lot of awesome videos on there. Speaking of the 3 channels, on the More Emongg channel, which is the 3rd one, we're going to be putting ranked games on there now. So if you want to see some ranked games we're playing in, we have a lot of ranked games we play. Sub to that YouTube if you haven't. You should start seeing the upload starting like middle of December, if not tomorrow, even though technically this video will already be out by now, so it should be there. Also, if you want to submit your own VOD, spectating, etc., look in the description below. You'll see my Discord. That's how you do that. Follow everything in the description if you haven't. We record these live on stream. You can see the Twitch chat right there. Stop by. We have a good time here. With that being said, hope you have an amazing day/night.